Welcome to the best gambling show on the internet. This is the home of the money pick. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. We got the week 6 over-unders. Let's get to it. First game, Thursday night football. Tom Brady and the Buccaneers at the Philadelphia Eagles. Over-under is 52.5, and I'm going to go over. Every single game, it seems to be, okay, are the Buccaneers going to try hard? Are they going to go third gear? Are they going to be in second gear? But the only constant we know is Tom Brady's going to put up over 350 yards. I think that happens. I think the Buccaneers generate points that way. I am worried about the Eagles' offense. They were so inconsistent against Carolina. There were some drives that looked like they were disorganized, discombobulated mess, and there were others where you saw signs from Hurts. Hurts making clutch plays. I think Hurts does just enough. Tampa Bay's defense is a little bit banged up. They are a bit disinterested, and Brady's going to roll up the points, especially because this Eagles front four, they're good, but they're old and they're already banged up. Brady's going to throw all day against them. Bet the over. Next game, we got the Miami Dolphins at the Jacksonville Jaguars in London. Got my tea ready, mate. Over under 46.5. I'm going over, and it's because I think Lawrence does something this game. And there's a lot of talk about Tua coming back, and that's fine. I know that's what ESPN's interested in. I don't know if that's the storyline here. I think this is Urban and Trevor Lawrence putting on a show. I think this is Trevor Lawrence, welcome to the NFL type moment, 9:30 a.m., whole country watching. If you can wake up. I don't even know if I can wake up anymore. But the point being, I will wake up for that game because I have money on it. I'm going over. I think Tua does just enough, but I actually think Lawrence and these Jags, they push past 27 points. Dolphins are giving up, like 34, 35 points a game this year. I think the Jags have a coming out party. They're going over. Next game, we got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Detroit Lions. Dan Campbell, over under 48. Money, money, money. Money. I'm going under here. I think Cincinnati's defense is much improved. Look at how they played against Aaron the Game Rodgers last week. And one area in which this Cincinnati defense has improved is tackling in the open field. The Lions like to do a lot of wide receiver screens. They like to get the ball out quick. And if you can tackle an open field, you can be successful against this Detroit offense. And when you're talking about Joe Burrow, you're talking about a kid who is absolutely a champion in the making. I'm not saying he's going to win a Lombardi, but I'm telling you, Joe Burrow has a championship mentality, and Detroit's not going to be able to get a pass rush. And I understand that. So I think Joe Burrow's going to put up points. You're going to push up close to that 48, but I think the Cincinnati Bengals defense keeps it under 48. I'm going under, and it's a money pick. Next game, we got the Houston Texans at the Indianapolis Colts. The over-under is 43. I'm going under, and there isn't a lot of science here because we don't know if Davis Mills is going to show up. He looked better against the Patriots last week, but he completely airmailed at home, set up tent. He went camping during the second half of that Patriots game. This Texans defense is going to fight. This Colts defense is going to fight. Those are the only two constants in this game. That's why I'm going under. Stay the hell away from it. Next game, we got the Green Bay Packers at the Chicago Bears. The Bears, over under 45. I'm going over here because I think Fields adds a different element. And normally with Bear games, I do lean towards the under, and we've been doing this for years with a lot of success. But I'm going over this game because I think Fields and this Bears offense get some things going. And plus, I think it's going to be a one-score game in the fourth quarter. You see games completely transform and push in the fourth quarter, especially if the game's close. You see a lot of points. Packers, they're going to put up their points. This Bears defense is stingy, but I actually think this Packers team will be able to protect. Now, Khalil Mack is no joke, and you always have to worry about blocking him. And yes, the Packers have some injuries, but we're seeing more wide receivers step up. I think they'll work the Chicago Bears nickel. I'm blanking on his name. I think they'll throw it a lot underneath. I think the Packers will move it. This is going to go over. Next game, we got the Kansas City Chiefs at the Washington No Names. The over-under is 55.5. I got this going under, and it's a surprise because I'm sure most people are pushing over. Whenever you see a Chiefs game, you tend to push towards over. But this Chiefs team is still figuring itself out. But let's not talk about Mahomes right now. Let's talk about Heineke versus this Chiefs defense. If there's ever a time for this Chiefs defense to get some momentum, get some stuff right, get some things rolling in their direction, it's against Taylor Heineke. You see Taylor Heineke, you think interceptions, you think maybe a fumble or two. You know Taylor Heineke's going to let you get right if you bring your game. Chiefs defense is going to be the story of this game. Yes, Mahomes is good. Yes, Mahomes and Kelsey and Tyreek the Thrill Hill are going to be on a little bit of a bloodletting mission. There will be some bloodlust coming from this Chiefs offense, but this Washington defensive line will do enough pressure, will put enough pressure on Mahomes. That's why it's going under this 55.5. Next game, we got the Minnesota Vikings, my Minnesota Vikings, at the Carolina Panthers. Over under 46. I'm going under because I don't think Darnold's any good. I just don't think he's any good. Kirk Cousins has his problems. He's up, he's down, he's up, he's down. We know you can't bet on him. But I just have to say, Darnold's really letting this Panthers team down, and he's really letting this offense down. Now, we know they do get the Joker coming in, painted face and all. McCaffrey's coming back, and he can completely blow up everything that I have just said. But this Minnesota defense, especially their front, Carolina's offensive line struggling blocking. I think the Vikings win here. I think that's a big victory in this game and why it's going to go under. Also, this Carolina defense, they can play as long as Darnold doesn't put them in bad situations. I think Darnold's more safe. I think the Vikings do decent on offense, but nothing great. That's why I'm going under. I like this 46. Next game, we got the LA Chargers at the Baltimore Ravens. The over-under is 51.5. You know, I got this going over, and as this week goes on, I am getting a little bit of a clearer image, but this game is still foggy. I still think this Ravens defense has something up their sleeve. But I'm going to go over here because this is going to be a close game late. Ravens need to win this game. Ravens are going to be hungry. And honestly, the Ravens have a ton to prove in this game. They have more to prove than the Chargers. This is a vintage game the Chargers have lost for the last 10, 15 years, whether it was when Drew was slinging the rock or Phillip and LaDainian Tomlinson were balling out. They always tend to lose games like this. But I think the Chargers offense shows up. I think they show up. And then this Chargers defense, they got two elite players, Derwin James and Bosa. After that, they don't got a lot, but they still have a fighter's chance. I got this going over, though, because I think Lamar goes bananas again. Next game, we got the Los Angeles Rams, not in St. Louis anymore, at the New York Giants. The over-under is 47.5. I'm going over. I'm planning on Mike Glennon playing. I made this pick with Mike Glennon playing in mind. And we know that is horrific. We know that is something you don't want to see on an NFL field, but it is what you get out of teams like the Giants. I don't know if I think Daniel Jones would help a lot, but I think you need to pay attention to why I'm picking it for Mike Glennon. I think there's going to be garbage time points. Look at how many garbage time points the Giants put up against the Cowboys. I think the Rams are going to be winning this like 24-3, 24-10, 27-10 going into the fourth quarter. But I think Glennon and these Giants put up a few garbage points, definitely enough to push it over. Not a money pick, though, because when you're gambling on garbage time, that's never a good method. Next game, we got the Arizona Cardinals rolling in from the desert at the Cleveland Browns, Midwest, over under 50. Money, 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 money. I got this going under. And this is a little bit of a heel turn for me. You weren't expecting this, right? I know you weren't expecting it. But as I've watched every single game both of these teams have played, every single snap. I got this going under because I think this Browns front has something to say this game. And you saw that San Fran front getting to Kyler, but Kyler was so phenomenal that it didn't even matter. But I do think there is a bit of a blueprint developing to stop this Cardinals offense. And a big part of that blueprint is Clowney and Myles Garrett just going full speed ahead and saying, rip the head off the little guy, catch the rabbit. I mean, it really is that simple. I don't mean to make a complex game, the most complex sport in the world, more complicated than it is. It is that simple. This game is going to come down to who's more physical. And I told you, I had problems with some offensive linemen on Arizona. And they struggled against the 49ers. Yes, the play calling was good. Yes, Kyler Murray was phenomenal. But the Browns, with home field advantage, after laying up almost 50 to the Chargers, they come out focused, they come out hungry. Plus, I don't think this Browns offense is going to get too busy. And the Browns offense, you guys like talking about Baker, you guys like talking about Odell, but I like talking about this big offensive line and Nick Chubb coming at people 20 to 30 times a game. That's what the Browns do. It will be effective. There won't be a whole lot of Baker. I'm telling you that right now. There will not be a whole lot of Baker. There'll be a whole lot of Nick Chubb. That's why this is a money pick to go under 50. I really like it. Next game, we got the Las Vegas Raiders at the Denver Broncos. The over-under is 44.5. I got this going over, but we don't know what Raiders we're going to see. We don't know what type of magic, what type of inspiration this team will bring. And also the Broncos, they're in a must-win situation. I got this going over. I think this Raiders offense, I think they run the ball down the throat of the Denver Broncos. Everyone loves the Broncos pass rush. Everyone loves their secondary. Everyone loves Vic Fangio. But I don't think they could stop the Raiders if Josh Jacobs is healthy and this Raiders team is in a mood. I think then the play action comes. Carr's been very effective, one of the best quarterbacks in the league on play action this year. I think that gets going. We'll see what Teddy and this Denver offense is able to produce. I think Denver's able to get up 17-20. Raiders come in with 24-27. This just barely pushes over. Next game, we got the Dallas Cowboys, them boys, at the New England Patriots. The over-under is 50.5 in Foxborough. I'm going over. I think Cowboys come in here, and I think they put over 30. Now, there is a question. Where is that other 20, 21 points coming from the Patriots as a dance partner? Because the Cowboys can't do this all alone. But they pretty much did it all alone against the Giants last week. 30-plus points from the Cowboys. I'm not seeing how the slow Patriots defense can keep up with a very, very fast and physical Dallas offense. And how Mike McCarthy is working in the run pass balance with Zeke is absolutely marvelous. And I don't think the Patriots will be able to stop this. I don't think there's any Bill Belichick pixie dust coming down. I don't think there's anything magical happening in Foxborough. Dallas offense comes in, they control the game. I think Mac Jones, like I said, he'll be able to put up 20, 24 points, but a lot of it will be in vain. That's why I'm going over. Next game, we got the Seattle Seahawks at the Pittsburgh Steelers. The over-under is 42. Money, money, money. Money. I absolutely love the over in this game. I haven't seen what some of the other sharps are doing. I did call my friend in Belize. My old friend Marty is about 80 years old on the beach down there, already retired off gambling. He's with me on the over, but this man's an absolute sharp. And I had to make this a money pick because I think Seattle does something on offense. Like, I'm not expecting a whole lot. I'm not expecting a run game, but I am expecting some explosive plays from the Seattle offense. Think with a full week to prepare, actually 10 days to prepare with Geno Smith, I think one thing you will see from the Seahawks is an aerial game. I think the Seahawks get 3 or 4 chunk plays. I think Metcalf is going to be the X factor in this game. And listen, the Steelers offense, they started getting hot against Denver. You guys know I think Denver's overrated, but I do tip my fedora to their defense. Now Big Ben's getting a weaker defense coming in. Yes, you are down Juju Smith-Schuster, but I don't think Seattle can rush the passer. I really don't. I don't think they'll be able to hit Big Ben. I don't think they'll be able to speed Big Ben up. That's why Big Ben's going to get over 20 points. Gino's going to get over 20 points. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be Novo era offense that you guys expect, but they will get over. And I'm not even sure any of these teams will even get a running game going. If they get a running game going, it'll make it a lot easier. Pittsburgh really should be able to run it against the Seahawks, but we can't bank on that, right? Next game, we got the Buffalo Bills at the Tennessee Titans. The over-under is 54. I got this pushing over. Now, the fundamentals say under here because the Titans are a team that's built for playoff type games, and the Titans are best when they're controlling time of possession, keeping that crappy, leaky defense off the field. But I don't think Tennessee's in the right frame of mind to do it, guys. There are too many 1st and 20s, too many 1st and 15s, too many lazy plays on offense, and you really feel like this Titans offense, they're missing Arthur Smith. They're missing his ingenuity. And like I told you guys, Tannehill would come back down to what he is, a 15th, 17th best quarterback in the league. I think that's why this game goes under, why this game goes over, though. I think the Bills get a lead. I think the Titans get points in garbage time. I definitely see at least 30 points out of the Bills because this Tennessee Titans secondary can't cover anyone. They couldn't even cover anyone 2 years ago when they were playing good. Now they have no pass rush. Jadeveon Clowney's long gone. How are they going to get a pass rush on Josh Allen? I'm not even sure they can stop the Bills' running game. If you can't stop the Bills' running game, how are you going to stop the Stallion, Josh Allen, from pumping deep ball on you? And also, when you talk about the Buffalo Bills, okay, Emmanuel Sanders and Cole Beasley are nice, but no, that's not what you talk about. The main problem when you talk about the Buffalo Bills is who the hell is going to cover Stephon Diggs? And that's my question to Mike Vrabel. Who the hell is going to cover Stephon Diggs? I got this going over. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share the videos. Make sure you subscribe. This is the best gambling show on the internet. Make sure you check out my Patreon page. Link in description.
Get up out the how many days it gonna take? You switch on me and I ain't get a break. If I hop off, then that levee gon' break. If I take two, then I'm off into space. Put all that down, pour all that out. I'm done without, we on the now. Step up the step, day by the day. Live for the night and I'm never gon' break. Yeah.
Step by step, by step, by step. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Step by step, by step, by step. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Moving forward on the glory, up and onward, write the story. Little further, I can see it. We will be there before you know.
This life can get you down, down, down.
Just keep yourself around.